Let me ask you a question, my friend. If a treasure was waiting at the edge of the world, and the money in your pocket could not support the journey, would you still go? The goal is clear. The risk is real. Many people would turn back. Some would never begin. Yet there is a 14-year-old boy. Before this journey, he had never stepped beyond his small village. He chooses to follow the dream. Can this boy complete the journey? Can he truly find the treasure? The answer may surprise you. Come with me. The journey begins now. The boy's name is Santiago. He is a shepherd. He lives a simple life, traveling with his sheep. Each day he walks across open fields. He wakes up with the sun and sleeps under the stars. Santiago enjoys this life. Sometimes he sleeps in old churches, sometimes under trees. Wherever he stops, the stars feel familiar. While walking with his sheep, he often looks at the horizon. He wonders what would lie beyond it. Santiago feels a quiet restlessness. It stays with him during the day and returns at night. One night, Santiago has a dream. In the dream, he stands near the old church, the same place where he often sleeps with his sheep. A child takes his hand. The child leads him across fields and hills. They walk until they reach a place Santiago has never seen before. In the dream, he sees the pyramids. They rise from the desert, tall and silent. Then the child speaks. He tells Santiago that a treasure is waiting there. Santiago wakes up before the dream ends. His heart is beating fast. The next night, the dream comes again. The same child, the same journey, the same pyramids. The dream feels clear. It feels close. It stays in his mind during the day. As Santiago walks with his sheep, the images return to him. The desert, the pyramids, the promise of something unknown. He tries to understand it. He tells himself it is only a dream. But the feeling remains. Have you ever had a dream like that? A dream that repeats itself? A dream that refuses to fade? Santiago feels curious. He also feels uneasy. He has never been to the desert. He has never seen the pyramids. Yet the dream feels personal, as if it were meant only for him. At night, he lies awake. He watches the stars. He wonders why this dream has chosen him. The sheep sleep peacefully around him. The land feels familiar. The dream does not. Santiago senses that this dream carries a message. He doesn't know what it means. He only knows it asks for attention. And slowly, the dream begins to follow him even when he is awake. The dream stays with Santiago. He feels the need to understand it. In a nearby town, he meets a woman who can read dreams. People say she understands their meaning. Santiago tells her about the child. He tells her about the pyramids. He tells her about the treasure. The woman listens quietly. Then she speaks. She says dreams can be messages. Some dreams come from the mind. Others come from something deeper. She tells Santiago that if the dream is true, he must follow it to the pyramids. Her words surprise him. They also make him uneasy. The idea feels too big. The journey feels too far. Later that day, Santiago meets an old man. The man sits beside him and starts a conversation. The man knows things about Santiago's life. He knows about the sheep. He knows about the dream. The old man speaks about something called a personal legend. He says everyone has one. It is the thing a person truly wants to do. He explains that many people forget their personal legend. They listen to fear. They choose comfort. They stop paying attention. The old man talks about signs. He says the world speaks through them. They appear when someone is ready to move forward. Santiago listens carefully. The words feel simple. They also feel true. The old man tells him to watch the signs. He says the signs will guide him. Santiago looks around. The town feels the same. The sky looks the same. Yet something has changed inside him. The dream no longer feels like a random image. It begins to feel like an invitation. And for the first time, Santiago starts to believe that the world may be trying to speak to him. The idea of the journey stays in Santiago's mind. He thinks about it during the day. He thinks about it at night. He looks at his sheep. They depend on him. They know nothing about pyramids or dreams. After many days of thinking, Santiago makes a decision. He sells his sheep. The coins feel heavy in his hand. They carry the weight of everything familiar. With the money, he travels to a distant port city. The air smells different. The people speak a language he does not know. Everything feels fast and loud. Santiago holds his money close. He feels excited. He also feels unsure. In the crowd, he meets a young man. The man offers to help him buy a ticket. Santiago trusts him. Moments later, the man disappears. So does the money. Santiago stands alone. The noise of the city surrounds him. His pockets are empty. Fear rises quickly. Regret follows. He thinks of his sheep. He thinks of the quiet fields. He thinks of the life he left behind. Tears come to his eyes. He sits down and feels small. The dream feels far away now. As the sun begins to set, Santiago looks around the unfamiliar city. He has nothing. No money, no plan, only himself. After a long moment, he stands up. He wipes his face. He takes a deep breath. The journey has already taken something from him. It has also taught him his first lesson. Dreams demand a price. And this is only the beginning. Santiago needs work. He walks through the city, watching people hurry past him. He looks for a chance. Soon, he finds a small crystal shop on a hill. The owner looks tired. The shop looks quiet. Santiago offers to clean the crystals. He does not ask for much. He only asks for food. The owner agrees. Santiago works carefully. He washes each crystal until it shines. People passing by stop to look. More customers enter the shop. The owner notices the change. He offers Santiago a job. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Santiago learns how the shop works. He learns how people think. He learns how small ideas can make a difference. He suggests placing the crystals outside. He suggests serving tea to customers. Business improves. Money slowly returns to his hands. Confidence returns to his heart. At night, Santiago thinks about the journey. The pyramids feel distant. The dream feels quiet. Life in the shop feels steady, predictable, safe. He could stay here. The thought comes easily. The owner talks about his own dreams. He once wanted to travel. He never did. His words stay with Santiago. Work teaches him patience. Silence teaches him attention. Santiago begins to understand something important. Life gives lessons while you are busy living. And deep inside, the dream waits. Time passes in the crystal shop. Santiago saves enough money to buy sheep again. He could return to the fields. He knows how that life feels. The city no longer scares him. The shop feels familiar. The days follow a clear rhythm. Comfort settles in. At night, Santiago counts his coins. He thinks about the future. The picture looks stable. Then the dream returns. It does not rush him. It waits. Santiago feels the old pull inside his chest. The pyramids come back to his mind. So does the road beyond the horizon. He watches the shop owner. The man lives safely. His dream lives only in his thoughts. Santiago understands this life. It offers certainty. it also offers limits. The journey ahead feels unclear. The desert sounds dangerous. The path offers no promises. Santiago listens to his heart. The feeling grows stronger. Staying would bring peace. Leaving would bring questions. He sits alone and thinks. He remembers the old man's words. He remembers the signs. Slowly, a decision takes shape. Comfort has taught him many things. Now it asks him to choose, and Santiago feels ready to move again. Santiago leaves the city. He joins a group of travelers heading across the desert. They move together, slowly and carefully. The desert feels wide and endless. The sand stretches in every direction. The sun is strong during the day. The nights turn cold and silent. Santiago watches and listens. Words become fewer. Silence becomes important. Among the travelers, he meets a man who studies books. The man searches for knowledge. He wants to find an alchemist. Santiago listens to his stories. He learns that books explain many things. The desert teaches in a different way. Each day, Santiago observes the land. He notices the wind. He notices the movement of animals. He notices changes in the sky. Fear appears at times. Danger feels close. The desert allows no mistakes. Santiago learns to stay alert. He learns to trust his senses. At night, the group rests under the stars. The silence feels deep. The sky feels alive. Santiago begins to feel connected to the desert. It does not speak in words. It speaks through signs. And slowly, he understands that the journey itself is becoming his teacher. The travelers reach an oasis. Green trees appear between the sand. Water flows quietly. Life gathers in one place. Santiago feels relief. The desert rests here. At the oasis, he meets a young woman named Fatima. She carries water from the well. Her eyes are calm and clear. They speak only a little. Yet something feels familiar. Days pass. Santiago sees her again and again. Their conversations grow longer. He learns her name. He learns her smile. Santiago feels his heart change. The journey feels lighter. The future feels closer. Love enters his life quietly. At night, he thinks about staying. The oasis feels safe. Fatima feels like home. He imagines a life here. Simple days, shared mornings, a steady rhythm. The dream of the pyramids grows distant. The desert seems less calling. Santiago feels torn. Love fills his heart. The journey still waits. He speaks to Fatima. He shares his dream. He shares his fears. Fatima listens. She understands. She knows the desert teaches patience. She knows love can wait. Her words give him strength. They do not hold him back. Santiago realizes something important. True love supports a journey. It does not stop it. And once again, the road calls him forward. Not long after leaving the oasis, Santiago meets the alchemist. The man rides a horse across the sand. He carries himself with calm confidence. Few people speak to him. Many people respect him. Santiago feels both curious and cautious. The alchemist watches him closely. He seems to understand Santiago without many words. They travel together through the desert. Danger surrounds them. The land feels alive and watchful. The alchemist speaks about listening. He speaks about paying attention to signs. He speaks about fear. He says fear appears before important moments. It tests commitment. It asks questions. Santiago listens carefully. The lessons feel simple. They feel deep. The alchemist does not give easy answers. He expects Santiago to observe. He expects him to act. As they move forward, Santiago feels stronger. His trust in himself grows. The desert no longer feels empty. It feels aware. Santiago begins to understand that learning has no final step. Each moment teaches something new, and with the alchemist beside him, the journey moves closer to its final test. The journey grows more dangerous. Tribes are fighting in the desert. Travelers move carefully. Silence becomes heavier. One day, soldiers stop Santiago and the alchemist. They are taken to a military camp. The soldiers look at Santiago. They ask questions. They watch his movements. The alchemist speaks calmly. He says Santiago can turn himself into the wind. The soldiers laugh. They give Santiago 3 days. 3 days to prove it. 3 days to survive. Santiago feels fear rise inside him. His mind fills with doubt. He sits alone and looks at the desert. He listens. He listens to the sand. He listens to the wind. He listens to his heart. The desert feels vast. It feels powerful. It feels alive. Santiago speaks to the desert. He speaks to the wind. He speaks to the sun. He feels connected to everything around him. The fear begins to soften. On the 3rd day, the wind begins to move. It grows stronger. The sky darkens. Sand fills the air. The soldiers step back. They cover their faces. In that moment, Santiago understands something deep. Transformation begins inside. Belief shapes action. Unity creates change. When the wind fades, Santiago stands quietly. The soldiers let him go. The alchemist smiles. The test has passed. And Santiago walks forward, changed in ways he cannot fully explain. Santiago continues his journey alone. At last, he reaches the pyramids. They stand tall against the desert sky. He feels awe. He feels gratitude. He kneels in the sand. He begins to dig. Hours pass. The treasure does not appear. Suddenly, thieves arrive. They beat him. They laugh at his dream. One of them speaks. He tells Santiago about his own dream. A dream of treasure buried near an old church in Spain. The words strike Santiago deeply. After the thieves leave, Santiago laughs softly. The journey becomes clear. He returns home. He walks back to the old church, the place where he once slept with his sheep. Beneath the tree, he digs again. This time he finds the treasure. Gold. Jewels. Santiago smiles. He understands now. The dream guided him across the world. The journey taught him how to listen. The treasure waited where it began. And with the knowledge in his heart, Santiago prepares to return to the desert, to Fatima, and to the life he has chosen. The road grows quiet again. He has traveled far, across fields, across cities, across the desert. Along the way he has learned to listen, to signs, to silence, to his own heart. The treasure matters. It brings freedom. It brings choice. Yet the real gift stays deeper. The journey has changed how Santiago sees the world. Every place speaks. Every moment carries meaning. Dreams ask for courage. Fear asks for honesty. Life answers those who keep moving. As this story closes, the message remains open. Each person carries a dream. Each dream begins with a small step. The signs appear when attention is given. Perhaps you are standing at the beginning of your own journey. Perhaps you have already taken the first step. Wherever you are, listen carefully. The world is always speaking.